And on today's spooky spot, we're doing something very, very large. We're looking today at the three-piece deluxe box set, the McFarlane Toys Sleepy Hollow. We're looking today at the Deluxe Headless Horseman, a very large, again, box. So much so I had to try to bring the camera a little further back so I could get everything on shot here. Down below, you can see the Sleepy Hollow font, as well as a very nice picture. I love that picture of the Headless Horseman with the tree down below there. This is a set I've had for a bit. I haven't had a chance to review it. Figured I was going to keep it for Halloween, and I was probably going to shoot it and post this as the last spooky spot for this year. Figured I'd go out with something very cool. You can't beat really the Headless Horseman. Personifies really the idea of Halloween. On the side, this is the story, the film, the figure. The story, the film, and the figure on the side here as well. A nice cemetery scene. And on the back, other figures that made up the Sleepy Hollow set from McFarlane Toys. We had the Headless Horseman Deluxe box set, which I'm reviewing right now. We had the Headless Horseman individual figure that had the alternate head, well, alternate two heads. We had the crone as well as Ichabod Crane. Really, really great collection. Fairly inexpensive too. I mean, the Headless Horseman on the horse is a little more pricey, but you could probably still get the individual figures from eBay for fairly inexpensive. So if anybody is looking to get them themselves, I would say just do check on eBay. Do check on eBay. Upside down on the other side of the box, other figures. Check out these and other lines from McFarlane Toys. We got the Beatles Yellow Submarine, Movie Maniacs Series 2, featuring the original Ghostface figure. We got the Austin Powers Series 2. Down below we got Techno Spawn. Yes, Techno Spawn. Don't see stuff like that anymore. That's because he's too busy doing Halo. I wish he'd go back and do other figures. Anyways, what we're going to do is I'm going to get this opened up. And if you guys can still put up with it a couple of more frights for this month of October, stay tuned, guys. There's definitely more on the way. Well, due to how large this set is, we're actually going to look at these pieces as three individual, essentially reviews. We're going to look at first the tree, and then we're going to look at the other two, the horse and the horseman. I'll just move the horse out of the way. We're going to take the horseman, move him out of the way. Let's first have a look at the tree. Really not just a regular variety display. I mean, it really, they put a lot of time and effort into the display stand. It looks fantastic. Got ourselves a bit of like a wet ground surface there. We've got some leaves going on there as well. We can even zoom in. Show you guys all the textures, all the paint that was applied in this set. Very large tree going on there. We turn it around, you can actually even see that there are skulls at the foot of the tree, right in the roots. In fact, some of the tree is actually growing into the skull. Very nice. And they didn't have to, but a lot of the tree is completely finished. Like you would expect normally with a display stand. Oh, there goes the horse. You would normally expect with a display stand that one side is your viewing side, and then on the back, it would pretty much be like the base here, the bottom of the base. It would be unfinished. But they've finished off the tree from all angles, which only adds to how perfect this set looks. Just great. I mean, just a great set. Even if you got this loose, and you could get this display loose, this would be perfect for, you know, a Michael Myers figure or even like a Sam figure from NECA. Just the scenery itself is perfect for any display base if you want Halloween or horror or anything like that. I can't say enough good things. The display base on its own is just perfect. Just perfect. Now we'll put that aside. I'll pick up his poor horse that's fallen. There's the tree base there. The horse, again, is perfectly sculpted. You would imagine most of the horse to be staction just because of how old the figure is. But it's really a solid piece. Surprisingly enough as well, some areas of the horse are rubbery. And I'm not sure the reasoning for it, whether they've done it so that, I don't know if it was easier for them to make it. I was thinking it might be so that you can move the horse's head and stuff like that. But you can feel that there's a frame inside that horse's neck. The detailing on the face of the horse is just, it's beautiful. I mean, there's really very few words that I can give to describe how nice this horse looks. And really the set as a whole is just perfect. You can see that all the, now there are some areas that, you know, are a little weak. You can see where there's been glue applied here. There's a bit of glue on the actual body of the horse. But his tail, you know, is this rubber as well. You can't really do too much with the tail. But the actual horse's head doesn't look like there's articulation there, but there is a swivel in the legs, so you can bend the legs back and forth. You can bend at the knee. You can also bend at the lower foot area as well. The back leg, there's a single swivel in the leg, single swivel in the leg. So you can have the horse up, like so. You could have it up. And also, there are peg holes on the undersides of the feet. There are peg holes on the undersiding of, or there's peg holes on the feet. There are peg on the display stand. So you can actually take the horse. I'm not sure the correct placement of this, but you could have the horse pegged into the display stand, like so. And you have the horse leaping over this branch here. I just think that's perfect. That's awesome. I love it. Love it. Looking at the Horseman, however, that comes with the Headless Horseman set. Again, a lot of detail put in there. It's a little bit different than the Headless Horseman that came as the standalone figure. The main difference really being the fact that these legs are a rubbery plastic. And it's what's neat is that they've actually put, I think you can see it, they've actually put joints underneath the legs, and then they've put a rubber layer over top of it. So you're not actually seeing the joints of the legs. I think that's awesome. I love it. The only downside, of course, is trying to figure out where the joint ends, where it starts, that you don't accidentally break it. And the detailing on the armor is just perfect. Again, gee, Spot, you're hard to read, Spot. Tell us what you really think. The gauntlets are really, really nice as well. Of course, the main point of the Headless Horseman is the fact that he's headless. You can see he's got his little stump going on there. Really gruesome as well. I love it. If we zoom back, the Headless Horseman comes with his sword. And I'm trying to remember, I don't know if the individual carded figure had the sword. I think it only had an axe. So it's nice that he does come with the sword. It doesn't look as if there is a way, you know what, maybe you could pry it out from his fingers. Yeah, his fingers can be opened, where you could take the sword out if you wanted to, and you could just swap it out with the individually carded horseman. But his cape is awesome. Look at that cape. How cool is that? Kind of looks like it's been burned, charred. And he's also got his spurs going on there, like so. Again, a rubber. It's surprising that so much of this figure, as well as the head of the horse, is that rubber, that neck of the horse there. Now, the horseman's articulation, he has a swivel in the shoulder. He has a swivel in the forearm. He has no articulation in the waist. This arm, swivel in the arm, swivel in the glove. He's got a swivel in the waist. He's got a swivel in the leg, a bend at the knee, and that's your horseman in a nutshell. Definitely looks cool though. Now if we take the horse back off the display stand, you can take, as it would be expected, you can take the horseman and you can have him mounting his horse. I can just get the legs to bend right. There we go. You can have the horseman mounting his horse, and you can take his feet and tuck them into the stirrups. I don't know what you want to call them. I don't protest to be an expert on horseback riding. I'm sure somebody will tell me down below. One thing that's I think is a good thing is the fact that the feet and everything else are rubber. It makes things very easy to get the horseman on his horse. And just like that, you've got the Headless Horseman on his display. And by his display, I mean his horse. Let's get the horse on the set again, the tree base. And there, my friends, if I just pan up the camera here, there, my friends, is a very fantastic display stand. Perfect to put out at Halloween, if you ask me. If you ask this guy. Turn him around here. Really, for the year of how old this figure is just perfect. I mean, it's absolutely, I can't recommend it enough. If you have the chance and you can find this guy, if you find him on eBay, if you find him at maybe a local toy show, do pick him up. And as I mentioned as well, if you can even luck out and find just the display base, would be perfect for like a trick-or-treat display stand. You know, you could put Michael Myers out there as well. It works on so many levels, but on this level with the Headless Horseman, I got to give this guy a 9.5. Really only deducting a half point here or there just for the fact that it'd be nice if he had a little more articulation, but overall a very solid figure. This also wraps up my spooky spots. So everybody who's been wondering when Spot's going to stop doing the spooky spots, this is the last video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this year's spooky spots. Today's spooky spot, I was wrapping this up with what I thought was the perfect way to end this month-long reviews. Today we're having a look at the McFarlane Toys Sleepy Hollow Deluxe Headless Horseman. Just a perfect set, well worth finding. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Well, no more spooky spots, but stay tuned though. News and updates are right around the corner. And then after that, we're going to be getting ourselves into November. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for this year. Thanks for commenting down below and doing what you guys do best. I'll see you guys next time.